All right, so look, they done charged Buddy with murder 45 years after the fact. To get away with anything for 45 years, I personally don't think you should be charged with it. Murder or not. Like, you feel me? Like, bro, I mean, granted, probably did this in your 20s, 30s, bro. You coming to get me when I'm 70? I mean, got to pay for the crime, I guess. But me personally, I think, you a different person 45 years later. You feel me? Look, we hopping straight into it, man. Make sure you subbed up. Make sure you like this video. Let's get into it.
I'm so sorry. I'm super embarrassed. Yeah. Hi, puppy.
Let me get.
This man is 74-year-old John Arthur Getrew, an elderly homeowner in Hayward, California. What he doesn't know is that he's speaking with an undercover officer closing in on a decades-old secret, and things are about to take an unexpected turn.
I was turning around in your driveway, and I accidentally hit your car.
Which one?
The one parked in the driveway. Do you want to maybe take a look to see if we should exchange insurance information?
Take a peek.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. So embarrassing.
Sure, something. Yeah, go ahead. Hands behind your back. Face the car. Go ahead, face the car.
Oh, that's just how they got him out the crib. Bro, they did old dude dirty. Yeah, I hit your vehicle. You want to come take a look at it? Which one? The one in the driveway? How the fuck did you hit my car if it's in the driveway? 74 years old, though, you probably thinking like, you wasn't really thinking like, damn, let me come outside and see. Me personally, I'm like, nah, what you on, bruh?
All right, watch this. We'll talk to you in a minute.
Anybody else in the house?
No, my wife's at work.
Deputies give John a routine pat-down before he's led to the front seat of a police vehicle.
Take a seat. You want to rest on that seat?
You're gonna close the door, make sure the dogs.
Yes.
We'll take care of your dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though he hasn't been told why he's been arrested, John applauds the deputies for the ruse.
Good line for coming out of the house. Get that guy out of the house.
Months earlier, cold case investigators in Santa Clara County reopened a murder case that had remained unsolved for 45 years. DNA from the crime scene was compared to a public database, allowing investigators to trace a family tree and identify John, a husband, father, and former Boy Scout leader, as the primary suspect. Investigators bring him in for questioning, hoping to uncover the truth.
My thing is, how did you ain't have this DNA you had the DNA back then. Why you ain't run it then and do all the tracing and digging then? The technology upgrade to the point now you can just find old killers?
Is this devoted husband and father simply the wrong man? Or has his carefully lived life been a cover for something far more sinister?
So I'm Sergeant Cortez, okay? I'll let you know what's going on and why you're here today.
Yeah,
okay?
I'd like to know.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Before I let you know what's going on, I just want to get your personal information. Just confirm your name. Your full name is John Arthur
Getrew.
Getrew?
Getreu.
Okay. Were you ever in the military?
No.
No. Have you ever been arrested in the past?
No.
John shares basic information about his past and childhood, revealing that he was born in Newark, Ohio, and spent the early years of his life moving frequently due to his father's long military career. He spent a significant part of his teen years in West Germany, where his family lived on a U.S. military base.
Now, you mentioned that you had never been arrested, and I found out something happened in Germany.
Okay.
Can you tell me about that?
I was arrested in Germany.
Okay, what happened with that? Can you tell me about that?
I was accused of murder.
The revelation is especially jarring, given that he's here today on accusations of his involvement in a completely separate murder.
So you was arrested on with suspicion of murder back in Germany, and now you come over to the States and a separate murder investigation you the head honcho of. Bro, you know what I'm saying? At first it was like, it might have just been a mistake, something like I needed to know the story. But if you the lead suspect in 2 different murders, you might have just been a piece of shit.
Tell me about what happened. What was the accusation against you?
I killed a chaplain's daughter.
Okay.
And that was all I knew.
Okay. Do you remember what happened?
No.
With this young female?
No.
No?
I didn't even know her.
The young girl, 15-year-old Margaret Williams, attended a dance at an American youth club one Saturday night in 1963, when John was just 18 years old. The two were said to have met on the street shortly after, where she agreed to let him walk her home. Her body was discovered the next day on a baseball diamond behind the club. She'd been sexually assaulted and strangled.
You didn't even know her?
Bro, you grape. Oh my goodness. So I'm thinking you might have just been like a little street dude, little, you know what I'm saying, where you was just robbery or something, bro. You taking a cookie box? 15, bro, and then after? Yeah, get his ass. Take his ass to jail. For real. I take all of that. You shouldn't be charged with a crime 45 years later shit right away.
Why did they arrest you? I mean, if...
Probably the next day.
Okay.
After they found the body, I guess.
Okay. How did they tie you to this body? How did they connect you to this body?
Somebody had seen me, walk that direction or walk towards a school, or
Okay.
it was an elementary school.
Okay. Did you... I mean, I don't know the details of what
I
happened.
don't know the details either, so
Okay. Did you actually meet this young lady?
that's what they say.
Though John maintains his innocence, he was found guilty at trial for Margaret's murder, ultimately receiving a sentence of 10 years in a German juvenile prison. Because of his age
He was even guilty for this shit. You're a fucking weirdo.
at the time, he was released after serving roughly 2/3 of his sentence. Then he walked free.
And so you spent actually 6 years in prison? over
Something
it?
like that.
Wow. And then how, after you were released, what happened?
I just was dropped off at McGuire Air Force Base, and my father picked me up, and that was it.
That was it? You came back to the
Never
United
heard
States?
a word from him. Nothing.
Okay.
After returning to the United States, John moved to California, and in 1975 was once again at the center of a serious crime.
And then at some point, there was another accusation against you about a sexual assault from the Palo Alto Police Department?
Palo Alto Police Department.
Okay.
That's when I was the leader of an Explorer post.
Okay. Can you tell me about what happened there?
Nothing.
Okay.
I
It's
was
just
accused, interviewed, and that was it.
Okay. What's this allegation? I got to ask you.
Yeah.
This allegation that this young girl made against you that you sexually assaulted her. Did that actually happen?
No, not that
But hey, Buddy said that he ain't never been arrested. He did 8 years for murder as a juvie in Germany. Come back, get accused of the R word and saying that nothing happened, building up to him being accused of a murder. Dude's a wild boy.
Not that I know of. And if I was arrested for specifically that and then not even tried, and then nothing's happened. Like I told him, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I never saw her again.
Did you end up serving time for that? Do you remember?
No, I didn't. I didn't serve any time that I know of.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
It was so piddly that.
You didn't go to trial or anything
No.
like that? Okay.
According to multiple news sources, John was 31 years old when the teenager came forward, claiming he not only assaulted and strangled her, but threatened to kill her if she didn't comply. He received a 6-month sentence, serving just 30 days on weekends after 5 were suspended.
So I want to tell you a little bit about my investigation, okay? Are you familiar with the...
Bro, ain't no way you was convicted of that too. Man, this boy, man, how? And then he served 30 days on weekends.
With Palo Alto area, Stanford area, the hills in Stanford.
Yeah.
You ever go out there?
I was a scout leader. I traveled all those hills.
Which hills are you talking
Well, we were out in the Bay, Half Moon Bay Hills,
Okay.
and I traveled up through there, hiked with the boys.
Did you ever go in the hills, like in the area around Page Mill Road? Page Mill Road, like just west of Stanford?
No.
No, you never went to that area?
No.
Okay. So I'm investigating there's a murder up there in the hills, and would there be any reason that you were ever up in those hills? No?
No.
Leslie Marie Perlov was a 21-year-old Stanford University graduate working as a law clerk.
Oh, yeah, I'm done with dude. And these is all women, bro. He's a slime ball. You're only doing this to women. I understand you want some cutty, but damn.
At the North County Law Library in Palo Alto, California in 1973. Her body was found dumped in the Stanford Dish hiking area. A floral scarf was found tightly knotted around her neck and had been used as a ligature to strangle her to death. It was DNA found beneath her fingernails that led them to John, who at the time worked near the Stanford campus as a security guard.
You ever see this young lady? You know her?
No, who's that?
It's a young lady that an investigation I'm doing, and she was murdered. Do you ever see her at all?
No.
She look familiar?
His hands are shaking. Hey, yeah, buddy was shaking. I seen him shaking when he was drinking the water a little bit, but whenever he seen that picture of her, instant heart drop. I could tell.
Leslie's 1972 orange Chevrolet Nova was found parked at the gate of an old quarry near Old Page Mill Road, just east of where her body was found.
Do you remember ever stopping by the side of the road and looking into this vehicle?
No.
It's an orange Chevy Nova.
No.
No?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know the name Leslie Perlov? Leslie Perlov?
No.
No? Okay. She wasn't a girlfriend of yours?
Oh, no.
Okay. I had to ask.
She's cute anyway.
Yeah, very.
That would
very
be
cute.
about, she'd be about 18 years old, I guess.
Okay.
At Stanford. Yeah, Stanford graduate. Yeah. But that's it. I don't even recognize her.
Curiously, the sergeant hasn't shared with John that Leslie was a Stanford graduate.
Why do you
was
say
just thinking that.
she's a Stanford graduate?
Well, just by the way she dresses and all in
Okay.
this area, you know.
Sure.
But, you know, I didn't say graduate either. I said, you know, she's a college kid.
Oh, okay. Now this young lady was obviously murdered, like I
I
said.
know you done fucked up, right?
She was strangled.
Mm,
Would you ever think about doing anything like that?
nope.
I know that you were accused of a sexual
Yeah.
assault, right? Would you ever think about committing a sexual assault?
I have no reason for it.
And I'm going to ask you these tough questions
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
part of the investigation. When you were younger, did you ever fantasize about sexual assault?
It's what it sounds like by looking at my record.
Yeah. Or killing a young woman? Okay.
No.
In this investigation, if your DNA was on this young lady, why would you think your DNA was on her?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Were you involved in the murder of this young girl?
Nope.
As the sergeant continues to press for answers, John inches closer to a major mistake, not yet aware of what he's about to give away.
You know about DNA and how it's transferred, right?
Yeah.
What-
This can be how it's transferred. I can always just tell.
Okay, tell me about
Yeah,
that.
one is semen,
Okay,
one is from the mouth.
sure.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the only two that I know of.
Okay.
Now, if there's some that are bodily, I mean, other than these two transferred, then it's totally different.
Okay. And you know about technology now, advances in
Technology is
technology.
getting good.
Yeah. So
They're
there's.
catching them every day. They're
Yeah.
catching
How do you think your DNA would be on a person?
Don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
Especially this person or these two persons.
What two persons?
Well, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The two young women.
Okay. I showed you a picture of that one young lady.
Yeah. No.
Okay. What's the second young lady?
The one up on the one up on the hill.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two different places you're talking about.
Okay. One of them's up on the hill?
Yeah.
Okay. And then up on what hill? Well, you mentioned the hill.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
I mentioned the hills.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the other one? Because I don't remember another one.
Well, there's.
Hey, look, I'd have been in court like, yeah, bro, I'm old as fuck. I don't know what he talking about. I ain't know what I was talking about in the interrogation room. I'm lost. You know what I'm saying?
There's the two girls. It's not both the same place.
Okay. I mentioned one girl up on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, okay, wherever she was, wherever the second girl was.
Oh, okay.
Why you
While
keep
the
talking about
sergeant
this
doesn't
second
yet
girl?
know it, another woman was found in the Palo Alto area in 1974, 1 year after Leslie's body was discovered. 21-year-old Janet Taylor was found dumped along Sand Hill Road in the same Stanford Dish hiking area. According to news sources, she'd also been assaulted and strangled to death. The serial killer responsible for the deaths of both Leslie and Janet would escape justice for decades, until now.
Why he keep? I don't understand why he keep bringing up this second girl they never even mentioned.
So why her?
I don't even know who she is. If that's the first girl or the one girl that's up on the hill or whatever, you know.
What do you mean the first girl?
Well, he said there's two people, there's two girls, unless I misunderstood him. They were killed within probably an hour of each other and 2 hours of each other, or day, or who knows.
Do you remember? How do you remember those details?
Yeah, yeah. Like first of all, then you was talking about they was like this was done an hour apart. So you was really that thirsty that you would take her box, kill her, and then take somebody else's cheeks and kill her too in the same day?
Some of the questions he's asked me.
Do you remember seeing any newspaper articles or media about those?
Nobody, but that girl there is not the other one that he showed me. If that's the girl there with the other picture, I doubt it.
Why's that?
I mean, look at the body.
Mm-hmm.
It could be somebody else. I don't think they're the same one.
Is that why you don't recognize her?
No.
Because that's not the girl that you
I'm
killed?
not questioning. I don't recognize her. I've never seen her.
Do you think it was a different girl that you killed and that's not the one we're
I
showing
didn't
you?
kill any girl.
You didn't kill the girl in Germany?
No. Well, that's total different. That's when I was
That's
18 years
totally
old or younger. Questioning from here on, unless I'm represented by somebody in the courts.
What do you mean?
A lawyer.
You'd like a lawyer?
I like a lawyer.
Okay.
You
Thanks,
should
Sean.
have been said that.
After requesting a lawyer, the interrogation came to an end. But justice quickly caught up with 74-year-old John Arthur Getrew, who was arrested and booked into the Santa Clara County Main Jail with a $10 million bond. In January 2019, DNA from the torn crotch of Janet Taylor's underwear was also determined to be a match for John. In September 2021, a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder with infliction of great bodily injury in the killing of 21-year-old Janet Taylor. He was sentenced to 7 years to life in prison, finally putting a serial killer who had escaped justice for decades
7 years
behind
to
bars
life.
for good. In January 2023, he pleaded guilty to the murder of Leslie Perloff and received a second life sentence to be served consecutive with the first. According to multiple news sources, John Getrew died of natural causes on September 22, 2023, at the age of 79. His DNA remains in the state database and will continue to be compared against evidence from unsolved murders in the ongoing effort to close more cases.
Brian gon' cap, he was one of the weirdest people ever. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that he's even associated or affiliated with doing all of that to women, bro, is unreal. And you should have knew he was gonna be that type of person at 18 to take the cookie off of a 15-year-old and then unalive her, only do only do 8 years, slap on the wrist. Come over to the States, R-word somebody, go to jail for it. Only do 30 days, and only on the weekends too. Slap on the wrist. Y'all lined him up to do all of this, or to be able to take all these women's lives after the fact. He should have been sunk, bro. Ben. I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think about that joint in the comments. Make sure that you subbed up. You feel me? Make sure you like the video. Share this to somebody that's going to share it to somebody. I appreciate y'all. Catch y'all on the next one.